So things are heating up. Free agency is officially here. The first move happened this morning. Yusei Kikuchi to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. 3 years, $63 million. The Angels look like they mean business. They've added Jorge Soler, Travis d'Arnaud. They've added quite a few players. Hendricks as well. It looks. I don't think they're done. I think they're going to add a couple of pieces on top of what they have here, too. And again, that's a good thing too. That really is a good thing because I can honestly see Alex Bregman leaving Houston. But I'd be surprised if he stayed. No, but I can see him leaving. And Texas might be down a little bit. So the Angels might put themselves in a position to possibly compete in AL West this year. Possibly. There's no guarantee. I don't think the A's are going to be up there competing. I don't think Seattle's going to be up there competing. Seattle's pieces away as well. So the Angels, with their aggressive nature, and Artie Moreno has already said that they want to spend this offseason. So, and he's putting his money where his mouth is right now. He's got Kikuchi on board. Soler, so he's got a big bat, and he's got a good arm. So I expect him to add probably another starter, maybe another reliever, and potentially another bat as well. And that's going to look like a different team. I mean, it really, really is. So it's good to see. I mean, it really is good to see. And we're hearing a lot of these teams are interested in him. These teams are interested in him. A lot of the stuff is revolving around Juan Soto. So, and again, let me know what your thoughts on this plan B. I mean, obviously, plan A is to sign Juan Soto. But, we're hearing plan Bs from a couple of folks, Bob Nightingale and some other folks. I mean, they're saying, Bob Nightingale said, if the Yankees don't want Juan Soto, don't sign Juan Soto. One backup is signing a Christian Walker in free agency. Either Willie Adames or Alex Bregman play third base, shift Jazz Chisholm to second, trade for Bellinger and center, and then use the extra money to sign Burns, Fried, or Snell. That would be essentially signing 3 players attached to qualifying offers, meaning they'd have to give up upwards of 6 draft picks and 3 international money, and $3 million in international money to try to make up for not signing Juan Soto. And I don't buy the Mets are overwhelming favorites. People can just troll all they want. And I wouldn't be surprised if Scott Boras is helping push this narrative as well to drive up the price on the Yankees because he knows Soto probably wants to stay at the Yankees. Playing for the Mets is not as meaningful as playing for the Yankees. All due respect to the Mets, but that's just not, it's not reality. And there's been so much talk about the Mets, and they have this portrait of, and Andy Martino. Let me pull this up too. Andy Martino was saying they're kind of a portrait of stability, right? Here we go. Andy Martino said the Mets have some real advantages other than money to sign Juan Soto. He mentions that the Mets have continuity in the owner and GM and management positions. Really? Let's see. They're in their 4th general manager and 3rd manager since Cohen bought this team. So where's the continuity? Right? So Yankees, on the other hand, same ownership group, same GM for the last 20-plus years. Same manager last 8 years. That's continuity. That's consistency, right? So at the end of the day, if I could choose, I would go with Jurickson Profar and like somebody like Hassan Kim over Adames or Bregman, over Anthony Santander. Those guys are going to cost. It's probably going to be $300 million between those 2 guys, either Adames and Santander or Bregman and Santander. Probably $300 million. You could get, probably Hassan Kim if you can get them, and Jurickson Profar for less than a third of the price, with not a third of the productivity. So that makes a lot more sense to me. Makes a lot more sense. Now I can see them. They could essentially do everything in the trade market this year too. And the only way I see Cody Bellinger being an option is if they, number one, if the Cubs are willing to eat some money, and the Yankees can offload somebody like probably Nestor Cortez is probably going to have to go. I don't think Marcus Stroman's going to go back to the Cubs. I would try to move him to a different team, maybe the Detroit Tigers, something like that. And if you can move Stroman to the Cubs, right, as part of a deal, and not Stroman, excuse me, Cortez to the Cubs, and then you can move Stroman to a team like the Tigers or something like that, then you've offloaded 2 pitchers and you're able to afford somebody like Cody Bellinger and be able to bring in a starting pitcher as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now, a whole lot of stuff going on, and then yes, and exactly what. And then you have the Japanese players. And again, we say this a lot. The more you sign players of qualifying offers, the less money you have for the international players. And we don't know yet Murakami, whether he's actually going to come. Roki Sasaki's supposed to come. But those guys are not going to get posted until later, until the money's reset for 2025, so that every team has an option to pay. They're going to create more competition there. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, and again, and regarding Cody Bellinger too, he's got an opt-in and an opt-out this year and not next year. So he can opt into this. He can have a terrible year this year and then opt into a $30 million deal for next year. That's not cool. That's why you'd have to get the Cubs to eat some money both years. If he opts in, you got to eat this amount of money, and so on and so forth. If you want us to take Bellinger, that's the way it's got to be. Absolutely has to be that way. Otherwise, no deal. That's it. So, but again, we've talked about these trades. Talked about the Cubs. I mean, there's so much speculation going around Nolan Arenado and Ryan Helsley. I do think they're going to move Helsley. I don't think they want to move Arenado, but I would honestly rather go for Brendan Donovan than Nolan Arenado. I just don't know if he's going to become available. So, and that's the guy. If you want to get a bat from the Cardinals, that's the guy I want to get. I don't want Arenado. Donovan. I'll take Helsley, though. Right? So, that's the thing. And that's it. There are ways you can build around Soto, not even touching free agency, or touching free agency and being more economical with it, right? So, and Santander's playing, parlaying off of a huge year. All right, good for him. Right, Willie Adames is a good player, but again, and Alex Bregman, I just don't think is a fit here. So, and that's the key. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, there's so many players that are potentially available that are just not the players that we want. And I think Brian Cashman knows. Like, I don't think he wants Arenado, and I don't think he was going to take Arenado to get Ryan Helsley. Unless they're going to take DJ LeMahieu in return, that's the only way I can see it happening. But I doubt that's going to happen. Yo, NFE. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out. But again, if he's movable, Ken, then he's the guy. He's the guy to go get. If you can get Donovan and Helsley, that's going to cost a ton of money, a ton of prospects, but that's the trade to make. That addresses two important spots for the Yankees at an affordable and a productive way, right? Bob, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words, my friend. Thank you, Bob West. Again, this is a way of, in my opinion, and I'm not employed by the Yankees. They don't pay me to say this stuff. So this is the way, like Ha-Seong Kim, I would take him over Alex Bregman or Willie Adames. Jurickson Profar, I would take him over Cody Bellinger. So, and that's the key. Again, hit the like buttons if you're enjoying this content as well, gang. I really appreciate it. Let's get over 100 likes. Thank you so much for it. So, Kevin Reese. Who's Kevin Reese? Assistant in the organization. Okay. Could be, John. Could be. You never know. Could be. Bellinger's definitely not my first pick. So, Brendan Rodgers, who just got cut by the Rockies. Yeah, I heard about him too. I know some folks who are excited about him as well, in all honesty. But then Donovan's my guy. I mean, he's the guy, the only bat I really want to trade him for. Right? Exactly. Same here, Ken. Like, if you want to have any chance at Murakami and Roki Sasaki, then you cannot sign guys with QOs. Can't do it. You cannot do it. Now, Walker, he's 33 years old. Yeah, he's the best defensive first baseman in baseball, but you can get good defense in a younger player without a qualifying offer. So, and again, yeah, this is the thing too. Like Steve Cohen knows, like Soto doesn't improve his pitching, just like he doesn't improve ours. He knows this. So, Soto or not, the Mets are going to need potentially 3 starting pitchers. So that's a lot of pitching capital. I could see maybe Quintana coming back. I don't know about Sean Manaea. Would cost them more money. Now we know Kikuchi's making 63 for 3. The price for Manaea just went up. Price for probably Severino went up. So price for Jack Flaherty went up. And a lot of these guys have gone up now. So I think we're waiting for the first pitcher to fall to see what he was going to get. And Kikuchi's a 2 or 3, and he's making $21 million a year, which is absolutely crazy. But it's true. It's true. I get it, but I personally, I wouldn't move Jazz. I wouldn't trade Jazz. But that's just me. I understand why you do it, though. I just don't know that Logan Gilbert would be movable. I think the Mariners are going to try and trade Luis Castillo before anybody else can. I think. I could be wrong. Big Apple. What's happening, Big Apple? And again, like Crochet for Schmidt, Rice, Spencer. That's way too much for Garrett Crochet, Uncle Ted. I mean, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, now we're hearing conflicting reports. Like we had a report yesterday that the offers were supposed to come this week from Juan Soto, but now we're hearing some other reports. But I haven't seen any corroboration on it that he has offers in hand by five teams. So, and we also got some reporting earlier that has not been corroborated anywhere that the Dodgers have agreed to bring back Teoscar Hernandez. That hasn't been corroborated anywhere. So, if that winds up being the case over the next couple of days, then you can take Soto out of the sweepstakes for the Dodgers. Yeah, I mean Stroman. Yeah, I mean 18 million, threw about 150 innings this year. So, there are teams out there that I think they would pay for that. Even if the Yankees ate a small amount of money, let's say the Yankees ate 6 million of it, and we have a team. Let's say the Tigers pay 12. Okay, get a prospect from the Tigers. Fine, sign me up. Sign me up for that. So, no, I get it. I understand the hesitation on Cody Bellinger too. I really do. And they really don't need him here. There are players you can trade for first base. So without having to give up qualifying offers, and Cody Bellinger's cost is a little bit too high. A little bit too high. So, yeah. I said that too, Luis. I would take Murakami over Roki too. If Roki somehow came here, I would start him as a reliever, not a starter. So, Nestor and 2 prospects for Bellinger and Cubs takes. Depends on how much money Cubs take, and which prospects we have to give. But that's it. I mean, if you can do that, and then you can move Stroman to another team and get like a prospect or something like that, and you're saving a lot of money. You are saving a lot of money. All right, you got 50 likes. All right, we're on our way to 100. The contract with Cody Bellinger is crazy. It's just too scary. It's like $27 million for 2025. And again, he can have a crappy year and opt into 2026. So that is, and it's $30 million for 2026. So, I mean, Boris netted him a sweet deal. Probably got him the best deal of all the free agents last year for Cody Bellinger. The Cubs would have to eat a substantial part of that contract. They really, really would. And they are shopping him aggressively. They are shopping him aggressively. No, I get it, Ken. I get you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you. Rice is an option. There are some other options too, and until DJ is gone, he's going to be an option too. Even reluctantly, he's going to be an option. So, what's the right deal, Jonathan, for Jazz? What's the right deal? And how do you replace Jazz? Hmm. It is what there's a lot of red flag. I mean, he's got good bat to ball skills. Bellinger, he still is top line hitter. But his stats went down a little bit in 2024. So, is he worth $30 million a year for next year? I don't think so. That's a lot of money. That really is a lot of money. So, yeah, we're yeah, they are banking on a bounce back from DJ, but how much do we really want to put, with that into that? I hope not, Audrey. I really do. I hope they don't wait until Soto's decision to then make other moves. If there's trades that present themselves that are good fits, I hope they would make the moves to show Soto he's coming back to a better team. No, I did see that Antonio Brown wants to go back to the Steelers. Yeah, I mean Steelers are playing well, so why the hell not, right? Yeah, if you want Logan Gilbert, you're gonna have to give up Dominguez for that. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, like I would love to have Jazz here and Caleb Durbin. Speed from both sides. Yeah, but I mean, Brendan Donovan. I mean, if you can get Brendan Donovan, my God. Hmm. He's the only guy I would move Caleb Durbin in a trade for. I would move Durbin to the Cardinals for Brendan Donovan. I would do that. Hmm. I think so. Peraza is out of options this year, so he either has to make the team and stay there, or they're going to trade him, which stinks. Which really really stinks. I feel bad for Peraza. I wish he would have gotten a more of a substantial chance like Anthony Volpe got when he first came up together. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the trade right there, Donovan Helsley. That's the trade to make. If I had to choose between Spencer Jones and Dominguez, I would keep Spencer Jones. But that's just me. Yeah, I don't think DJ's going to retire either and just give up 30 million bucks. I think he's going to keep it and just do whatever he can, try to play Jacoby Ellsbury style. The only way I can see them getting Blake Snell is if they trade Stroman and Cortez and clear up that payroll. That was part of the season, Uncle Ted. Part of the season, and it went back down. Jones and Aaron Judge had a 40% strikeout rate too. So Aaron Judge had the same strikeout rate when he was hitting home runs. Melky Cabrera, yeah, I liked Melky Cabrera. We're hearing conflicting reports on whether they made an offer to not finish. First we heard that the offers were coming in this week, and then we're hearing somebody else say that they already have an offer in hand. But so the reports are kind of they're countering each other right now. We don't know. I've said Spencer Jones a first base share for the whole year. He'd be a good option to try first base. So, yeah, well, exactly, Ken. The Kikuchi sign, you're right about that. It does make Stroman and Cortez, valuable trade options. Hmm. If you move one of those guys, you can get Bueller. If you move both of them, you can probably get Flaherty or Snell. Yeah, yeah. Who's Javi? They're not clear cut favorites. That's just a bogus report that that people need to keep putting out there. Luis Robert, I don't know. I'm not sure. In all honesty, I mean, as appealing as it would be, I don't know how much he cost. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Yeah, I had predicted him to go to Philly, Luis Robert as well. No. Yeah, I mean they do have the money to get both. They can. I would personally, Starboy, I would go for Jurickson Profaro instead of Santander. Personally. Contact guy, speed, defense, and he's got high on-base. Excuse me. High OBP. Excuse me. And it'd be a good fit in Yankee Stadium. Santander's probably going to cost $150 million. I don't know about that. He's also attached to a QO. Profar's not. No. No, he doesn't, Steven. Who told you that he knows that Soto's not coming back? Who told you that? A lot of people care about OVP, Uncle Ted. OPS is not the only thing that matters. Not everybody has high slugging. That's a skill set for some, not everybody. More power hitters. More power hitters. Sharon, I think it's going to cost between 650 and 700 million. I really do. Yeah, Mets fans are favorite because people need to keep saying it, right? The Mets trolls and the Dodgers trolls, they need to keep saying it. The Mets are the favorites, and even if Scott Boras could be peddling it too, for all we know, to drive up the price of the Yankees. I could see the Mets. I predicted Burns to the Mets too, John. Mm-hmm. Sevy did. Everybody rejected their qualifying offer except for Nick Gonzalez. It's Nick Ramirez from the Cincinnati Reds. Everybody else rejected their qualifying offers. Sean Manair rejected it. Everybody. Manaea could be an option for the Yankees. I'm doing the same for Train, putting him in a bullpen and starting him a little by little, transitioning him to a starter. But I'm starting him in the bullpen. Roki, yep. Oh yeah, they're gonna keep doing it, Audrey. I mean, they have nothing better to do than just say, their favorites for him. They're gonna get. I mean, they have fans wearing Soto jerseys. They had Soto Mets jerseys already, and they're wearing them around the stadium. So go ahead. Go ahead. I'll be desperate to keep pining for the Mets. How sad. Something, yeah, I wouldn't waste my time with that, Steven. I don't see him going to Boston. Not really fit for him there. Well, exactly, Talbot. Boris is best friend. He does this. He gins up interest. He gets people fired up and gets. This is how he creates bidding wars. This is why people want to go with Scott Boras. Mm-hmm. I think the Mets should be preparing for Plan B. Yeah. And what's Plan B for the Mets? Mm-hmm. According to who, Steven? On Met or Red Sox? According to who? Who's your source, Steven? I don't know if they non-tendered David Bednar. Did they? Check. Let's see. Now, David Bednar, I think he had a rough year, didn't he? Let me see. David Bednar. And he's still with the Pirates. Yeah. Still with the Pirates. $1.5 billion versus 20. What does that mean, Fredo? Who's the most valuable franchise? It ain't the Mets. Yeah, that must be Scott Boras peddling this one, John. 300 plus million for Alex Bregman. I mean, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, it would suck if you lost Soto Starboy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Finish. I mean, X isn't the source of news, so I'm waiting for the Yankees beat writers, the more credible Yankees beat writers. I don't definitely don't go to X for the news. It's definitely that place is more propaganda than it is news. So, but these people will post on there. So, yeah, what's Plan B for the Mets, LB? You're the ones. You guys are going to need the Plan B, not us. So what's Plan B for the Mets, LB? Jeff Passan, Jack Curry. Yep. Just giving you your info, LB. WFAN. Rosenthal's legit too. Yeah, he is. He is legit too. Who's that other scrub? Ben Yole. Ben Yole. Is that another Mets troll? Is that where you're getting it from, LB? Ben Yole? We don't know. Rick Fulmer. We keep hearing that he's sitting on offers already, or they're coming this week. The reporting keeps changing throughout the day, which is what it is. Joel Sherman. Yeah, WFAN, the fan. Yeah, I know. Well, they're going to need Plan B, LB. Don't really care. Who's the Mets beat writer, Tyler? Yeah, Haim is definitely a Boris mouthpiece. That got that right, Talbot. Yeah, he most certainly is. 100% right. Yeah, Ben Yole. Mets beat writer. Yeah. Yeah, Lions are legit, man. He might sign during the winter meetings, Alex. He might sign during. I don't know. He's enjoying the process. That's what we're hearing, and he's giving everybody a chance to be heard. So, which is fair. Um, you know, yeah. Man, LB's got nothing here. He's got nothing. Being the man, I don't think being the man is that important to Juan Soto. Soto wants to win. He'll win more with the Yankees than he will with the Mets. Knicks, yeah, the Knicks are lit. Yeah, I can't believe they got beat by the Utah Jazz yesterday, right? But they did. Cal Rowley, did he drop Boris Ninja? Good, Ken. Good, good, good. Leaving where, Matt? Where's he gonna leave to, Matt? Hmm. It's nice when these players, kind of go at it with Boris. What makes you think he's going to the Mets, Matt? Why would he go to the Mets? Hmm? No stability over there. Why would he go to the Mets? Yeah, yeah. Same here, Joe. I passed on Alex Bregman. I let him go somewhere else. Cubs, Tigers, something like that, or even back to the Astros. Hmm. The Phillies could be a dark horse too, Robert. But they'd have to move. Um, they'd have to move probably Castellanos and maybe even Marsh to get him. It doesn't matter how much money he goes on. He's not going to spend it all on his team. Okay, and the Mets are not the most valuable. He has all this money, and they're not the most valuable franchise in baseball. What does that tell you? That the Mets are not his priority. Okay, that's business 101, econ 101. Okay, I think the Phils have a better chance than the Mets do. Yeah, and somebody showed earlier today that he followed a bunch of the Yankees on Instagram today too, a bunch of his teammates. So I don't know what that means, but he apparently did today. So cool. I don't think Cleveland could be a sleeper for Soto. I think they could be. I think Cleveland could be a sleeper for Teoscar. I think he could be a sleeper for Cleveland. Could be a sleeper for Bregman. A couple other players. Mm-hmm. No, exactly, Hayden. Good point. Good point. Star boy. I don't think we'll find out about Soto before Thanksgiving. I don't think. I think it could probably happen during the winter meetings. That's my gut telling me, but that's just my gut. So I don't know. I'll be live during the winter meetings, every day with Hector from Morning Brew Sports. He's going to be there. So we will put on news as it comes out. We'll get breaking news out to you. So make sure all your notifications are turned on. That way you don't miss anything. I'll be live every single day during the winter meetings. Now, that's not the facts for it. That's not how it works. Just because he owns the Mets and he owns a bigger percentage doesn't make the Mets a more valuable franchise. They're one of his smaller investments. Rado. That's not how it works. Alaska is in the building. What's good? Happy Thanksgiving, Simia. Shout out to Alaska. I don't know, Frank. They're attached to QOs. I'm not sure they're going to do that. Personally, I don't know. Ketel Marte, is he a free agent? Is he a free agent, or is he still somebody you have to trade for? I think he has to be traded for, right? Not yet, Scangilli. DFAing. Well, I don't think so. At least not yet. Not yet. That $660 million that was floated by Carlos Baerga and then what's the guy's Carlos Gomez, whatever, Hector Gomez, that was bogus. That Mets offer was bogus. No, I'm not doing a panel today. Bleach Report is an article. Yes. If this is true, Ken, I know that they're lowering payroll, but if they're willing to listen to offers on Ryan McMahon, if I'm the Yankees, I'm calling him right now. I would take him over Bregman, take him over Adames any day of the week. Any day of the week. Well, that's somebody's plan B. Some beat writer's plan B. I don't think that's the Yankees. They're not going to sign 3 guys attached to QOs. That means they'd have to give up 6 prospects. 6 draft picks. I can't, and give up $3 million in international money. I'd be shocked if they did that. Lancaster's in the building. Amish Town, what's good, baby? Lancaster's in the building, Peter. He's under contract. Okay, so he'd have to be traded. All right. He's a good player. There's no doubt about it. He's a good player. That would be nice to get Juan Soto for Christmas. It really would be. Okay, so he signed an extension. All right. Drew, I don't think. I'm not sure there's going to be a. I'm not sure they're going to get to the point where there's a no price. I'm not sure. Drew, that's a tough question. I'm not sure, honestly. 2029 for Ketel Marte. Okay. But does he bring more to the table than Caleb Durbin does? Is the question. McMahon, I would not choose over Donovan because he's going to cost more, most likely, and I would prefer Donovan. Donovan's got 3 years of control. I think McMahon's got 2. So, but if I had to choose between the two, it'd be Donovan. But if you can't get Donovan and you can't get McMahon, let's go. Sign me up for that, baby. I don't know if that would go with Spencer Jones for Mason Miller, to be honest with you. That's a tough one, Joe Mary. That is a tough one right here. The QO card. Yes, it does, John. Most definitely. And McMahon would be sweet. If they mentioned that he'd be available, they're listening to offers on him, then the Yankees would be wise to call. Hmm. Yeah, they're tied to some of the highest international players in the next couple of years. Yes, they are. Oh, let's leave the politics out of this, Andrew. Let's leave the politics out of this. Mark Teixeira. Imagine. Brennan Dunn would be a killer trade, a sleeper signing. Jerks and Profar, Hassan Kim. Yeah. Dom D, let's leave the politics out of this. I wouldn't be calling her a dummy. Not with the other guy that's coming to come in. No. Would the Rockies, would they bite on Peraza and Stroman for making? It'd have to cost more. It would cost. I think you'd have to give them like a Roderick Arias or something like that, an infield prospect to fill in McMahon's spot eventually. I think, and I'm not sure about Stroman. Maybe Cortez. I don't know actually. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean the Padres locked up Brian Reynolds for 8 years, like 2 years ago, John. So I don't think he's going anywhere. They're going to build around him. That dude. P. Fairmount. I don't know, man. We heard some rumors on that, and we haven't heard much since then. So not sure. Rumors just keep up and they keep floating out. It's just that's what's happening right now. So my percentage of Soto pretty high. I'm pretty curious. I'm pretty confident that the Yankees will bring it back. Yeah, Peter, I'm of a similar opinion that if he doesn't go to the Dodgers, I think he comes to the Yankees. But he's also close with Yu Darvish in San Diego, so. Mm-hmm. Petruzzi is in the building. Let's go, Petruzzi. We're not hearing anything yet, Raven. We're just hearing suggestions from beat writers and other stuff like that. So, Yankees are. I don't think the Yankees are going to really show their cards. They're not going to really say much until the Soto situation is resolved. I mean, they might make some moves in the meantime, but they're not going to announce them, and they're just going to make them. They're just going to make them. So, I would avoid Seager and Simeon personally, John. That's just me, though. Arias, not too much, I don't think. Not for Ryan McMahon. I would give him for Brendan Donovan too. He's like 4 years away or 3 years away from the majors anyway. If he keeps on this if he keeps on this path. Yeah, we're hearing that now, Terry. We're hearing that there's no offers yet, and then we're hearing that he does have an offer. So we'll see. Yeah, Ken Rosenthal actually, Audrey, he proposed the trade, Mr. Cortez to the Angels for Logan O'Hoppe, who's a catcher there who can catch air or play first base. Oh. Mm-hmm. 90 likes. All right, we're almost at 100 likes, gang. Let's see if we can get over 100. Yeah, it's going to be busy in the winter meetings, Hayden, and even these next week and a half or 2 weeks leading up to it. So, it's going to be pretty busy. Pretty busy. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what happens in the winter meetings. I have a feeling that I mean, Soto's got to be the first, which I don't understand because he's going to be the biggest domino. He's going to be huge, but I think some teams are waiting for him to sign because the teams that don't sign him would be willing to spend on their other on some of the other free agents, potentially multiple. So I'm feeling confident because Hal's in this now, and he said he'll pretty much do anything necessary to keep him. So once Hal's in it, it's pretty serious. And he had a year to play here, and the only year he played here, he went to the World Series. So he knows what it's like. You got the love from the team, you got the love from the fans, and it would not be the same playing for the Mets. Yeah. I don't think you want the guys from WFAN covering you every day. So that's a huge step down. Yeah. No, Chado Tatis. Yeah. Yeah, it would be. The Cardinals want Luis Hill and Freddie Player. If I'm going to give Luis Hill, then I want Helsley and I want Brendan Donovan. Helsley and Brendan Donovan. Hmm. I doubt it, Drew. In all honesty, I doubt he'll take a shorter deal. This is his opportunity to get a big one. Hmm. Dominguez for Bryce Harper. That would be an interesting one, Piedmont. I don't know. Yeah, this is what people need to say. They need to see the Mets are the winning favorites. They need to say that. They need to keep peddling that all the time to feel relevant, just to feel like the Mets are. Keep saying it, guys. Go ahead. Just keep going. We're not going over to troll in the Mets places. They love to come over here and troll ours, but what it is. Whatever, it's fine. Yeah. 94 likes. All right, we need 6 to get to 100. Oh, like what's propaganda, Denny? That they troll us? They troll. We have people here trolling us every day with Met stuff. Every day. What do you have to say about that? Do you love that too, Danny? How the Mets fans need to troll Yankees channels? And you wonder why people call them propaganda? Yeah, Stephen B. Monument Park here, yeah. But nobody's denying Steve Cohen's money. He's super rich. We'll see. We'll see what Soto looks for. We don't know. We don't know. Yeah, I think they'll get Tim Hill done too. Yeah. They both have QOs attached to them, unfortunately, Severino and Minaya. That's the problem. I think Mike's right. I think we're gonna see some trades that the Yankees will make. I think that's gonna be the more frequent route. I think for the Yankees. Yeah, I mean it's no surprise Boris sets price. It's like he's apparently holding this price for Bregman. It's 300 plus million. I'd be surprised if he got that. But you never know. Some team can pony up and pay a crazy amount of money. You just don't know. It's like the team that paid Cano 75 million or 85 million above the Yankees. The team that paid A Rod double what the team before him paid him. So like this stuff happens. I didn't think Otani was going to get 700 million last year. I don't think anybody did, but he did. So it's just the way that it is, unfortunately, with this stuff. We don't know, generally. That's what we're hearing. But unless we're not hearing it from Soto, we're not hearing it from Scott Boras. So, you know, SNY. That's one reason I had Dexter Henry on last week. SNY. Dexter Henry and Hector, they were on here. We were live together. Hmm. There's a lot of stuff that haven't been corroborated yet. Hmm. Brett Beatty from Mets. I don't know, George. That's a good question. Is he available? Yeah, set a price for Montgomery and Snell. Well, Montgomery is trade bait now, so they're looking to move him. Diamondback, so maybe you can do a Stroman for Montgomery. Yeah. I'm not sure Stroman's going to go back to the Cubs, Luis. Honestly, I think if you trade a pitcher to the Cubs, it's going to be Nestor Cortez, and then I'm guessing we would ask the Cubs to eat some of the money for Bellinger's contract. Hmm. Well, yeah, Drew. A lot of this stuff is instigated by Boris and perpetuated by John Heyman. It just happens. So yeah. Um. Yeah, lefty to bat second. Well, if Soto comes back, then he bats second. So let's get that done, so that we can continue to focus on the rest of the offseason. Walker Bueller, I'm gonna guess it'll probably be between maybe 1 year, 10 to 15 million with an option for a second year. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. Yeah, Montgomery. I mean, lit the world on fire when it was with Texas, and then all of a sudden he just came back down to earth. I heard something today they were talking about Johnny Loizaga, but I wouldn't. He's had too many injuries, his problems. You know, too many injuries. Imagine J Ram. My God. Yeah. I know Josh Naylor's trade bait, but I don't think a J Ram is. And if he is, you got to line up on that. Teams are going to be lining up for that dude. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, Sasaki Murakami would be a crazy offseason, in all honesty. But if the Yankees got both, that would be something different. You know, 98 likes. All right, we're too short of 100. Yeah, I mean, you got that guy Vinny Pasquantino from the Royals. You could trade for. There are a couple other guys you could trade for too. You know, trade for Vladdy would cost a lot. Could you imagine that? My God. Yeah, yeah. Soto, Sasaki, Murakami, and Bellinger. I mean, if they did something like that, that would be a pretty substantial offseason. I think so. Hmm. Number 100, CeeLo. I appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you. You're the man. Jason Dominguez, Marcus Stroman, and 2 prospects for Vladdy. These prospects have to be pretty darn good. You give him a Roderick Arias to replace Bo Bichette, I think is going to get traded. Oh, yeah. If the Yankees get Soto, what I think is the next move? Probably bullpen. Probably bullpen. Eric, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Thank you. Buy into the Nightingale for asking other GMs. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Rockies is a hard venture for pitching. That's for damn sure. You need a ground ball pitcher. You need a lot of them. Mm-hmm. I'll check here and see if there's any news that popped up in the last little bit. Let's see before we wrap it up. And it looks like David Bednar still with the Pirates. Yeah. Nothing here. Look at here. Let's see. So now, according to Fireside Yankees and Randy Miller, the Yankees have officially offered Juan Soto a contract. That just became posted a little bit ago. Apparently, they did offer him a contract. We don't know what the hell a contract is, but we'll see. So that's what we got right now. Yeah, that looks like that's news for now. Yeah, so that's what we got. That's what we've got. Yeah, I expect the Royals to be busy. I expect the Central on both divisions to be busy. Yep. I'm guessing. Yeah, Twins are. I think the Royals are iron Clay Holmes too. Ken. Twins in the. I think he's probably an AL Central guy. I could see that. Piedmont. Those are 2 of the legit ones. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Mets are saying that, or beat writers are saying that the Mets are saying that, because I haven't heard the Mets say that. I know beat writers are saying that, but I haven't heard the Mets say that. That's a difference. What Mike I think Soto's going to say is about the money. The Yankees are the richest franchise in all of baseball by a mile. That's why they have the money. And it'll become, exactly. The commentators don't work for the teams, so just keep that in mind, CeeLo. I think it's definitely important to keep that in mind, because they'll do, that's their job, to generate interest and excitement and get people fired up. So I get it. Hal draws the line in the sand. Really, he brought back Judge, outbid teams by 100 million for Garrett Cole. What's this line in the sand every time you talk about, Matt? They have the highest payroll in the game. Where's this line? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I would probably go Caleb Durbin Sharif because of his skill set, his speed, his speed. Mhm. Get Soto. Who's voting A-Rod Hall of Fame? What? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Oswald's still here. Yeah, he's out of options though. So he's got to make the team or they have to trade him. That's unfortunate, but that's just the reality for Oswald Praza. Yeah. Well, exactly, Ken. Only people that know Boris and Soto. Everything else is pure spec until we hear otherwise. We don't hear the Yankees babbling about anything. They're not going to be outbid. All this stuff. The Yankees don't say that ever. Other teams apparently do, according to these beat writers, but Yankees don't. Yeah. Peraza could get traded or DA. I hope it's traded to get some type of value back for him. Mm. Catching 25. I still think it's Austin Wells, CeeLo. Honestly, I think it's Austin Wells still. But he might have a different backup catcher. I think he'll have a different backup. Who, I'm not sure yet, but I expect to see another name behind the dish with him this year. Exactly. They're not going to show their hand. Exactly, Mazza. Mm, I don't think so. Wink. I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. They traded Grisham. Yeah, Grisham could be traded. They tended him. He's back. Now has that stability in his contract, so he could be traded. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, Thurman. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that, Sila. Mm-hmm. Oh, but do you think Steve will give him that 700, Matt? And why is that, Matt? Why is it not insane? That Steve would, but it's insane that Hal would. Depends on what you can get back for Grisham, Ken. It really depends on what you can get back for him. You can get another good fourth outfielder with a good glove. Udall Mazel tov, my friend. It has nothing to do with the Mets, exactly, Matt. So he's not going to do that. He's not going to make a stupid investment just for the sake of making a stupid. But he's already made those mistakes with Verlander and Scherzer and all those other guys. He had to offload all those guys. Remember? Do we forget that? Hmm. Udall. We'll wrap this up in a minute, too, gang. So does Hal. Has his own money to give Soto. Now, who you calling kid, dude? Matt. Well, don't play that in here, dude. Hmm. Yeah, White Sox, that shield. Yeah. Shields for Tatis. I remember that trade, Stephen. Yeah, exactly, Sela. Hmm. Thank you. Same to you and the family. Same to you and the family, my man. Grisham, I'm fine with as a starter, but if you can get a good piece for him, then I'd move him. If you can get a good piece for him, I wouldn't just move for the sake of moving him. Has to be a good piece. Dumpster diving for the exactly. Mhm. Thanksgiving, man. I don't know. I'm going to my brother-in-law's house. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's going to be the usual turkey and the fixins and everything else, and there'll be something else as well. And then we're tasked with desserts, so we got to bring desserts. We're bringing a cherry pie, a pumpkin pie. I'm getting coconut cream pie and some raspberry pockets. Uh, I'll probably go live Wednesday, the night before Thanksgiving. Link. Yeah, probably Wednesday, the night before. Yeah, I mean, the asking price on Luis Roberts is going to be crazy high. So I think the Giants. Yeah, I think the Giants can beat the Cowboys. It would be nice if they beat them on Thursday. Would be nice. Yep. Mazza, always a pleasure, brother. 15. Nah, you got a posse coming, Ken. All right. Yeah. Well, be safe, Sean. Thanksgiving. Just be safe if you're working, brother. I love cheesecakes. Love cheesecakes. Hmm. Yeah, that top pick, no kidding. The Jets and the Giants are on their way to get probably top five picks, both of them. Hmm. I think we get the Seahawks next, if I'm not mistaken. The Jets, right? If I'm not mistaken. Black Forest, yeah. Love cheesecake. Nothing. Cheesesteak is so good. Nice, nice, Stephen B. All right, I like it. I like it. I like it. Giants can be Sacred Heart. You might be right. Now. I don't think the Jets could either. Not with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. But gang, let me let you all go. I want to thank you for coming on. That's the latest right now. That's what we're hearing. Let me do one quick check here to make sure that nothing else has come out. Um, okay. Nothing there. Let me check here. No, that's it. Nothing else. Gang, if anything else comes out, you'll get it. How much I think Kim Raven Kim Ho. I must have missed something. That sounds good, Ken. Sounds like a feast to me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Otani's not Soto either, Frodo. Well, who cares about Otani? We're not here to talk about Otani. Nobody is. Nobody cares. Hmm. Hassan Kim is a guy. Oh yeah, Hassan Kim. He'll he's gonna. I think he's gonna get at least 15 million a year. Raven. Probably for 1 or 2 years. My guess. My guess. Yeah, Uncle Tat's in a fever. No, I'm telling you, telling you, Steve, B, that's a good day right there. It's a good day. That's a good day. But that's the news we have right now. I mean, the latest in Soto, the latest free agent signing. Now that the floodgates are open, I would expect to see more free agent signings heading into the winter meeting. So, and again, the winter meetings start December 8th. So a little under 2 weeks away. Kim Jong Un for oh my God, that's right, CeeLo. CeeLo, why is he perfect for Boston, Steven? Well, why is and Boston's not perfect for Soto, but why is he perfect for Boston? Hey Tiffany, how are you? Kim Jong Un and Rabu. Oh my God. It kind of like yeah, it kind of looks like him. Yeah. Oh gosh. We might wink a Thanksgiving or Black Friday surprise. If it's big, um, I will go live. I will go live. Even I mean, if it's Thanksgiving, I'll go live that night. Friday, anytime it comes out, if it's live. Yeah, no doubt about it. But I do think there's going to be some significant activity at the winter meetings, Big Apple. And again, I'll be live during winter meetings every single day. So, like I said, keep your notifications turned on if you're subscribed to this channel. And always hit that thumbs up if you enjoy the content. If you're having a good time, I thank you for it. But have a great night, everybody. Peace and love to all of you. Thanks so much for coming on. And I will see you on the other side.